Graham, how did it go so wrong for Mansfield today?
Bradford took their chances. Bradford capitalised on an error. It deflated us and it gave them a massive lift at a crucial time in the game. But like I said it to the players, I can't keep standing here and saying the same things. Eventually, it has to sink in. They have to take it on. They have to take it on board. But look, the key moment was again the error. It was a key moment. I think we all accept that. We started well. We had numerous chances. It was encouraging. And then we get a car crash of a moment.
What can you do about that first goal? Because, like you say, it was so pivotal. Mansfield started well in the first 5 minutes, and it came out of the blue, and it seemed to shake Mansfield to the core.
Yeah, it did. I think that's spot on. To be quite honest, he's my goalkeeper. I brought him to the football club. I've tremendous faith and trust in him. And he's hurting. The goalie's hurting. He's much better than where he is at the moment. He's a top goalie, and that's difficult to say. But he's hurting. The lads are hurting. The dressing room is hurting, and it's to be honest, it's not a nice place to be stood here in front of the cameras and trying to justify the results.
How can you account for the performance on the whole?
Well, as I said, and I think I've said this over the last couple of weeks, I don't think it's for performances. I think it's results, and we ain't getting results at this moment in time. So I'm here. I'm stood in front. I'll stand in front of the change room, and if there's flack and stick to be flying, you'll have to chuck it at me. The players don't deliberately go out and make errors. They don't deliberately go out and make mistakes. They go out to win games. And you've seen that in the first half an hour. They went out. They were on the front foot. They really give it a go. We'll have to dust ourselves down, galvanise ourselves. We'll come in the morning. We'll get ourselves ready for the next challenge.
You tried to change the course of the game at half time with a treble change. Just take us through your thinking.
If I could have made 11 changes, you probably would have. I probably would have, to be fair, because it just wasn't happening for the lads. And as soon as the ball goes in the net, you could actually see maybe the confidence draining. But it was. I left the two centre halves. I went with the extra yard of pace in Manassi and Sweeney. I tried to get us two down the right, two down the left. I tried to put crosses in the box to Andy Cook and Jordan Bowry. And I tried to go down the side of them for a period. We looked okay. For a period, we created one or two chances. But then again, obviously the softness in which Bradford get a third goal is alarming.
Just on the whole, what exactly is preventing Mansfield from a first win of the season?
I actually think it's ourselves, to be quite honest. I think it's ourselves. I genuinely think the psychology of disappointment. I don't think we handle disappointment too well. I think when things go against us, they certainly go against us. But we have to deal with disappointment better, because football is full of disappointment. And like I say, they're my group, they're my players. I stand by them, but. We will have harsh words. We will have to make serious alterations. But they're my group of players, and like I say, there'll be a lot of stick flying about. And that has to come. That has to be chucked at me. That has to be chucked at me, and it has to be chucked on top of me. It can't be chucked at the players. Blame it. Point the fingers in my direction. I'm sure that's what will happen. But look, my players don't go out and they don't deliberately make mistakes. They don't deliberately go out to lose games of football. It's a real tough place at this moment in time, stood here representing the dressing room. But I would like them to give me something back. I'd like to give me some ammunition where I can stand and defend them. I'll defend them to the hilt. I will defend them to the hilt, because at the end of the day, the buck has to stop with me. I'm the manager, and I brought the players to the football club. They are not at this moment in time giving a true reflection of themselves. Each and every one of them is better than what results suggest. They are far better than where we are in the table, and they're far better than where we are now mentally.
Why isn't it coming together?
Well, there can be numerous reasons, and one thing about me, I ain't going to make mistake. I ain't going to stand here and make excuses. I ain't going to make excuses. It's not happening. There may be one or two reasons, but they will sound like excuses. So, forgive me for not pointing the finger or nailing one or two things. It's a collective thing. There's a lot of variables going in a different direction, going against us at this moment in time. It ain't coming together. It's hard. It's tough. The feeling that you get deep inside here as a manager is really, really hard to deal with. It's really, really hard to get your head around. We're all in a dark place. We're all suffering, and we just need to stick together. We just need to dig deep, and we just need to get that tide turned in our direction. Because even in my darkest hour now, stood in front here now, I still have belief and trust in that group. I still believe they're better and they're capable of showing better performances, better results. I do believe they are a good group of lads. Like I say, they need to be a little bit tougher with each other. They need to be a little bit tougher with themselves, and they need to get rid of, as we've said many a time, the softness and those errors, those mistakes that we're making.
You've perhaps explained it there, but you referred earlier to serious alterations needed. What do you refer to when you say that?
Well, again, I'll say psychological. It has to be a psychological thing, because it can't just be same old year after year at the football club. Maybe we haven't put any pressure on them. We haven't given them any targets. We haven't told them we must do this and we must do that. We've all we've been about and all we are about is just winning the next game. Now we're in dark times at this moment in time. Where that next win is coming from, I can't stand here and tell you. I can't try and convince people that it's coming, because we've been here before. The lads need to be tougher with each other. They need to be tougher with themselves, and then they need to be tougher with each other. They need to cut out those individual errors. They need to, obviously, that softness. They need to be a little bit more robust, a little bit more resilient. And I ain't making no excuses, and nor will any of the players make any excuses for the current form we're in.
Every team, every successful team has an identity. You've been a part of them in your career. What's the identity of this team?
Well, I would have. We're obviously trying to change the brand. We're obviously trying to change. We're trying to create a footballing team, a possession-based team. We like to. We're honest. We're upbeat. We're honest, and we're hard working. I think that's evident. We've got some tidy players. We like to get the ball out wide and put it in the box. So naturally, I think you can see in the first half an hour. I think our identity was clear. I think you can go back over the course of the last 4 or 5 games, and I think you can see the identity and what we're trying to do. But like I say, I'd like us to deal with disappointment. I'd like us to deal with errors. I'd like us to deal with mistakes a lot better. Not only to prevent the errors and prevent the mistakes, but when it does happen and when it does go against us, I'd like us to maybe to show a little bit more character and a little bit more resilience than we did.
These players at this moment are clearly devoid of confidence. That's plain to see. How can you turn it around as their manager?
Well, they wouldn't be devoid of confidence if we put the ball in the back of the net early doors. I'd actually like to see us with a little bit of confidence, with a little bit of momentum. I'd like to see us hit the back of the net and maybe something turn and something goes in our direction. Yeah, we will obviously have to sit down. We'll obviously have to pick them up. We'll obviously have to get them there. But I would look at as an experienced ex-player, ex-coach, ex-assistant manager. You just need a moment. You just need something to go for you. And I'm pretty sure with the way they work, I'm pretty sure that something will fall for them. Something will go for them.
Graham, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you.